started on today's work, so we're going to explain some of this stuff. Thanks everybody for coming in. If you don't mind, like, subscribe if you like what you're seeing. If you don't, then oh well. But anyway, thanks everybody. So we're fixing to get started. I'm going to show you some stuff and we're going to go from there. Put you right here. Alrighty. All right. This is like a 71 Caprice right here. This is one of the frames that we had. We sandblasted it and everything, and it's all rusted out. Rusted out right up here in the front, all the way around to the sides. Here's another one right here. It's like a 73, 74. The whole bottom right there is rusted off. You see that? We started on it, we put a bunch of time in it, messing around with it. So that one ain't no good. That one back there ain't. This one right over here, it ain't no good. It's rusted out. And there's the springs. All the springs in it was broke. These right here, broke springs. But the guy had one mailed in here. Oh, sorry about that. Kicked the stand. Had this one mailed in here from Arizona. And it actually looks like it's going to be the chicken dinner. So that's going to be good.
Well, it's my third. See?
Yeah, this is the third one. So as they say, the third's the charm. It even has the cardboard still left in it. Ain't that amazing? So that's turning out pretty good. A lot of the plastic and stuff on it, I'm gonna come up here and try to repair that plastic. So Wesley's getting some of the staples and stuff out of it, some of the hog rings. Overall, even this plastic here, it's still there. So I think he had to pay dearly for it, but at least he got something to work with. You can look at it and tell. You can actually see the metal right in here. Look how good that is.
The second seat wasn't even the right seat.
Yeah. Now, he wanted his electric tracks and stuff put back on there, Wes. Yeah. I mean, we got them, but did it work?
I don't know.
You know, he took the switches and stuff and said he was going to have them chrome plated. So, anyway, we're going to come up here. There's his, that's his backrest. You see that part down there at the bottom? It's rusted completely off. It's still there. I might hit over these right here, blast them just a little bit, just to knock that rust off of them. This part right here, Hey, Jane. Billy Jack, my wife, she's on here. I thought she was working. All right, this part right here, these are they're very, very hard to find, if you can even find them. And these pieces right here that actually hold it in, they're broke off. So I'm going to try to piece some of this stuff right here together. I'm going to show you how to put it back together. Because glue will not hold it. So you can go ahead and get that. I ain't found none. If you got some, let me know in the comments. All right, so you see that piece right there went right there. So I'm going to try to put it back on. I've had a bunch of these, and I think this is the best one I've ever had, so they must have been made a little different. All you do is just hold it in place like this. I'm trying to go deep in here. I know you can take a piece of screen wire or something like that and melt that in there, and I might lay a couple of staples in it. If I had some of that freeze spray like they're using and clean out these keyboards, I might use some of that. That melted like clear, but I think once it dries, I think it's gonna turn back white. It's pretty hot. I don't know exactly what type of plastic this is. I didn't see ABS on it or any markings on it saying what it was. So I'm just trying to melt it back together. And when you melt it back together, it seems like it will hold. So get you a good gun like this. You see where I've hammered that out and made it kind of flat. You can do yours any kind of way you want to. It may have been bent a little bit, but I'm gonna try to at least touch it and put it in place. Like that. Hey Wesley, where's that box that we had that had all them pieces in it that to melt this plastic back together? What about that? Some string wire and stuff like that. We got any of that? You know, I bought a kit. Right, they found it. Okay. You take this. That's like a stainless piece of wire. Where's them snips, Wesley, that we cut metal with? Hey, you don't want to cut this with your scissors. So if you do, you're gonna, we're just gonna cut a real thin strip of it. It could put a dent in your blade if you cut it with scissors. Now we're gonna cut some little pieces. All right. We'll melt these pieces right here down into the plastic like this. first I want to kind of go a little deep in that plastic right in here, and then I'll stick that, on top of it. I want to make sure I melt it kind of deep down in here, like this. This is things you're gonna run into when you're working on these old cars like this, especially in the 70s, because they started using a lot of plastic back then. And if it's a little wet like that, get some of this, I come over here and bring it on there. Cover it up just a little bit. All right, there it is, melted down in there. Go to the back side. It ain't the easiest task to try to put some of this stuff back together when it's been warped. That is a little bit on the warm side there. Don't want to talk good, but the crack is the weakest part. So that's why we're putting this mesh on top of it. All right. Almost back together. So I mean, it takes a little time. It's just not nothing that you're gonna get done immediate. But you can't find these pieces right here. I mean, unless somebody's making them, I haven't found them. And these people are looking for this stuff to bring their cars out here all the time. They're looking for them. They can't find them. I don't think they're, everybody's got something, but this is on the inside of the car seat, so it's hard to find. This is the reason that you see these 70 model cars with the headrest flopping around on it, right here. This is the reason. Hey, they made the clips good. All right, so we got to put this piece right here back on. Goes like this. Make sure you get it right in the right spot. This is thin, so I'm really pushing this down into the plastic. Hold it till it sets. Freeze spray works real good. We don't have nothing to do with it. Didn't I buy some freeze spray? It cools the plastic off quick, so you might want to get you some.
We do right up for that. I don't see.
We can't keep up with nothing.
Cover it up right
Yeah, it's in front of you always. They can bend that mesh where it will lay down. Put it right on top of the crack. Then when it dries, you can come back with a zip wheel or something and cut them little sprigs right off if you want to. Way back when, I could have saved these things and put them in a box, so they were plentiful back then. Who would have knew? Just push that piece of wire mesh down in there, not too far, just covering it up really good. You can tell where this right here, It's supposed to be straight. It's supposed to be. I'm gonna see if I can't push it up. Let it cool. Heat it up just a little bit. You don't have to touch it, just heat it up. Get it really close. And just try to straighten it up like this. That way when you put it in, it's all straight. All right, so we got these pieces back on. Thinking maybe here. I'm just trying to hold it in place. Frame it that zip wheel, West. I guess that piece must have blown off in one of the tables somewhere. We run into this stuff like this all the time. Most of the time, the customer never knew it that we fixed all this crap. We just kind of pad the bill a little bit to try to cover this type of stuff. All right, so that's the piece right there. This is one piece that was on the passenger side right here. This is the piece that was on the driver's side. So it, it naturally got used more. So we're going to take this. This was to help hold it in. These pieces right here. Let's see if you can tell. Okay, this. You see it? This piece right here, right there, that's the lock on this piece. So if you're trying to figure out how to get it out, you got to come in with a screwdriver and slide it down here and push that in to get this piece right here out, because that right there is the lock on it. See? That's the lock right here. So if you try to knock it or whatever, you're going to tear this right here up or bend it. You can see where we pried on it right here a little bit, getting it out, even whenever we took the screwdriver and pressed this right here in. And this right here is on the it's on the metal side of, like, the back side. So you stick it in, seat frames back here, stick it in, and you prise this right here up and then pull it out, if that helps. All right, let's see. All right, Weston got my zip wheel. We're gonna come right here and straighten that up. Any of these other pieces right in here that might need just smoothing out, you can go ahead and smooth it out when you're ready. It's all gonna be covered up anyway. Ain't this the way this went, Wes? Where's the other pieces? Ain't we got some more pieces that shows exactly where this goes? I'm thinking this is where it goes. Okay, glad I didn't put it there. Here's where it goes. You can see where that piece right there was, but these right here is all broke. We didn't have these pieces, they were missing. So this is where it goes, just like this. It's always good to have a good reference point. You can always take a piece of plastic like this. If you got some of these old pieces, and you don't know what kind of plastic you're working with, you can take and lay that piece in there like that. Because that's really thin. You see how it moves? I mean, it's like it's pinched right in here to where it will move. Okay, now this piece is back on, just like the original. So we can put this piece don't have the opening in it. This piece does. That's a lock right here. That locks that headrest stem into place. So this goes on. Hold on. I think I'm gonna put one little piece right here while we're going. Right here. It's a whole lot harder to take this back apart and try to fix a broke piece of plastic once you've already about got it in. Hang it with. All right, once that dries, it don't look like it's got a whole lot of it don't look like it's got a whole lot of plastic right now. Well, we got a piece right here. Sometimes it don't take that much, just a little. All right, so that piece right there is fixed again. We're gonna take this clip, slide it back into place. And I'm telling you, super glue and all that stuff like that is not gonna hold that. You got to melt it back together, make it strong. And then that's just got a screw that holds it down into place right here. And we got this one, another one that come out of it. Like I said, these, when we never did find those pieces because he didn't even have the headrest. They were probably stuck on it. So I'm gonna take this one see it's broke right here. So I'm gonna fix that, reinforce that. While I'm doing it, I might just take and put a little piece of mesh over this right here just to make it stronger. If you look at that, you can tell it's bent. It's supposed to be straight down. So I'll have to put that in the vise and kind of pull it over, straighten it up. One more piece right here broke. Pushing that in. This is kind of like my welding rod right here. I'm just gonna take a little piece of it, just put a little bit on there. Turn it upside down. Melt that back together like it was whenever it was new. Hold it up so it's level across. Till it dries. Just like that. Now you got that piece right there fixed. But this piece right here has got to be knocked over where it's straight. I'll take that back. It looks like it is. See how it's slanted right here? So it might be made like that. Hey, excuse me. It is slanted, so it's got to be like that.
Is it slanted like that, kind of help reinforce it for strength or something?
No, it's just slanted with the seat. You know, that's kind of a
I didn't know if
angle.
that long thing to give it any.
Yeah, and what it is it goes in that groove right there, like that. So it is slanted. I would have straightened it. Hey, and I started to go back and straighten it. I'd have had to go back and undo it. So anyway, this right here goes down in there just like this. There's another crack right here. I don't know if you can see it. See it right in here? It's like stress cracks all over it. I mean, they don't go all the way through it, but I mean, they do go through the plastic. But what I'm saying is it's not all the way through, breaking it off. Just take and lay that piece on there. I'm going to take this little piece of plastic and stick up here, cover the top of it really good. And that crack's fixed. Yanking on that headrest, that can really take its toll on this plastic. Okay, so there we go like that. Here's this piece right here. We'll stick this back on. Things you don't run in, things that you don't know that you're gonna run into whenever you work on these cars. You'd be surprised at how many I've seen that didn't have these plastic pieces in there. Give me them other parts over there, Wes. I'm gonna explain how this right here goes back together. This screw right here, it goes in here like that. That holds it down to the back of the seat. Fortunately, all these pieces are here. And they ain't in that bad a shape. I mean, these were, but they always break. Okay, this piece right here, once you put this on in the seat and you slide this down, this goes first before the cover or anything goes on. This goes down in there. Once you put the cover on, this piece right here goes on top of it, on top of the cover. And it screws right here and right here. That right there sandwiches the cover in between here. Then you take this piece, and it's got a certain angle that it goes because it's angled. You take this piece, and it goes down right here. And this screw, it's a special screw. You see that little thing on it? Right here. It's thick. All right. Once you put this piece on, right here, that sandwiches the cover. Then you take this piece right here, and it goes on just like that. And it's got an angle screw over here and one over here. See, these are straight across from one another, right here and right here. It goes like this. These screw into this hole and this hole. So there you go. And then to raise the headrest, you mash that, and it's got some notches on the stem of the headrest right here. 1, 2. That's all you got. 1, 2. And then it goes all the way down. So you can raise it, what's that, about 1 inch apart. You can pull it up, and you can pull it down just a little bit, or either you let it all the way down. Check this out. You never see this. I mean, this is really thin. I mean, like really thin. These always are gone. They're always disappear. They even got screws in these. Most of the time, it's a little push in like that. But we got the plastic, and we can make these right here So that's fortunate. We'll take and clean these right here up, polish these up, get the rust off of that. But this is the way you fix that. Things you never know that you're gonna run into. I'm serious. With these type seats. Another thing that you run into is the frames rusted. The pieces on the sides missing. We do have them, like the covers up the legs of the seat where it leans forward. So we got those. They're in good shape. The only deal is they're green, and that's one of the colors right there. Back in the day was green, so pretty ugly, I thought. But anyway, whenever you cover these, this is another thing that's hard to find. You see that bead right there? How small it is? You can't get that no more. I have a roll of that, but it's for silver tinsel for clear covers. So I do have a big roll, but it's not that color, so we can't use it. You could take a piece of electrical wire, like just the real small electrical wire, and cover that electrical wire and use that if you got a foot for it. I mean, you don't want it to look too bad. This is the seat. Wes has done got it apart. All this up here, really, really good shape. All right, all this right here, really, really good shape. I know it's rusted, y'all, but it ain't rusted out like some of this other crap we've been using. All the springs, all them look real good. None of them's even close to being broke. When a customer brings you something and it's rusted slap out, I mean, like this stuff right here. Let's see where it's at. I think it's this frame right here, ain't it? Which one is it? Anyway, both of these frames right here rusted out. I mean, like really rusted out.
That's
like
his original one.
That's his original. See right there? That is rusted slap out. It's done been sandblasted, but you see, it's gone. I mean, if I reared back in that, I could break it. So there you go. We'll be putting this thing together pretty quick. He don't even want them tracks. I've seen them online. They're expensive too. But even this seat had this part right here. We'll dye that right there black. It's not touched too much, so it's just kind of a cosmetic piece.
His piece is covered.
Huh?
His original piece he brought us was covered with that beige material. I've got it.
Wasn't?
Yeah, but it's just covered with beige
Yeah.
material.
Yeah, you can cover that. I mean, I can cover that right there.
But that one's pretty decent, you know, clean it
Yeah.
up and dye.
It's in pretty good shape. There's his phone. Back in the old days, you remember that beep, 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 beep? That right there's it. That one ain't even been in the right spot. That one is. That one right there ain't in the right spot. But it looked like it was glued in that spot. Anyway, all that's in really good shape. This stuff up here, that foam's in good shape. So, makes the job pretty easy. So, a 3D printer would be nice. Mark in Tennessee. Hey, a 3D printer probably, you can make all this stuff with a 3D printer, but I'm not that, I'm not that computer savvy on making something like that. got to be, you know, fairly smart to do all that. I want to thank everybody. If you don't mind, like, subscribe. We can put some more videos on here, showing you some of this stuff that we go through out here. And, you know, we could run a video all the time, but we have a lot of people coming in and out of here, and I don't know if they want to be on video. So thanks everybody for watching. We will see you next time.